If you came of age more than 20 years ago, you might remember the days when the weather forecast was delivered on TV by someone just called the weatherman. But in the time since, meteorologists have become standard on TV and radio and are being employed in fields besides the broadcast media and the government. It is that climate for weather that accompanies an ambitious program at UW-Milwaukee called Innovative Weather. Innovative Weather provides forecasts for WUWM, among other clients. Its director is with us now, Paul Roebber. Welcome to Lake Effect.
Thanks, Mitch. It's a pleasure to be here.
How did the Innovative Weather model develop, and how does it differ from the traditional way meteorology students might have learned the science?
As you know, UWM is a research university, so one of the major tasks for us as faculty is to push the boundaries of knowledge, essentially, in our fields. And I've spent a lot of effort over the years doing that. You may not notice it when you're out on the golf course and it rains and you heard a partly cloudy forecast, but in fact, some of the research I've done actually has improved forecasting over the past year. So in thinking about this idea of legacy, the contributions that you make, many people think about student mentoring. And student mentoring is a big part of our jobs also. It's not just teaching classes, but actually mentoring them into becoming the professionals in the field.
What is in it for the various other groups involved? It's easy to grasp what the students might get, but what does the university at large get, and what do the clients who use the service get versus what they might get if they were to just hire a for-profit meteorology group?
One of the decisions we consciously made was to keep the program small. We emphasize the service angle of the forecasting that we do. And so that's quite different from a company that needs to turn a certain amount of profit and has to almost have a kind of assembly line approach to the weather forecasting. The service level angle means that all of our clients are basically doing different things with the weather information, so it really has to be customized to fit the decision process of that specific client. So it's not like just looking up the National Weather Service forecast and saying, okay, partly cloudy, that means I don't have to worry about things. They need to know very specific things for the decisions that they make.
Were there hurdles that have cropped up along the way in the 4+ years since this program was conceived and developed that either you hadn't anticipated or were more challenging than you might have anticipated?
As you can imagine, there are a lot of different challenges that have come up, and one of the main ones has been client recruitment. In the field, most of our clients now don't have, or prior to working with us, didn't have a weather service. And so one of the things we have to do is educate people in the community in terms of what we can provide versus what they might get by looking it up on a website from the National Weather Service or some other entity. Another issue is turnover in general with staff. We are a university program, and by definition, if we're successful, our students graduate and leave. And that means we have to be continually training new people to replace them. And so there's this whole process in which people are going out the door and new people are coming in. And so we've been operating for about 3.5 years now, and a big portion of that time has been during a very severe economic crisis for the country, and we've still managed to weather that fairly well. So I think we've set things up in a fairly sustainable way.
As someone who has been in the industry for some number of years, do you still get frustrated personally if you hear that the weather forecast is partly cloudy and you go out and it rains on you?
I do my own forecast for myself, so I have no one to blame but myself if it goes wrong.
Paul Roebber is the Director of Innovative Weather at UW-Milwaukee. Paul, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.